Hello and welcome to Game Grumps.
What's poppin', you Gucci gamers? It's your boy Jello, back here with another episode
It's
of
me,
Twin Hunters.
John
It's your
Tron.
boy. We back with another episode
Hey
of Twin
guys,
Hunters. Y'all looking
Just wanted to holla at
y'all
my
are looking
guys.
beautiful today. Come here, give me a kiss. Mwah, mwah.
Welcome to Ghost of Gaming Future,
Hmm.
the show where we talk about ideas for games from existing franchises or from our own crazy brains. I'm your ghost, Riley. Here with my two co-ghosts, Daniel and Jason.
I haven't heard those
Lamau.
words in forever.
Welcome to episode 6 of the weekly podcast we started in 2018.
Oh my god.
Finally back.
To kick some tail. Maybe we should just ratchet it back and make it monthly. And I think it'd be a lot easier to plan then to just find one day a month
hell yeah.
that works together for us. Because I mean, it also gives us more time to
That'd be
flesh
a
out
lot
the
better than
ideas.
once every 8 months. So
Exactly. It'd be at least yeah. You know
Actually,
what, guys?
no.
You know what,
no.
fellas? I want to make the commitment. One podcast a month with you two.
Actually, no, fuck you. This is going to be an annual thing. You have to wait.
Whoa! Hey!
No!
Whoa! Yo!
You have to wait for
No.
for the pleasure of listening
No.
to our gracious voices together.
Nah. Only if we're going to start developing the games.
we have to actually make the game, so it becomes a yearly show.
Exactly.
Somebody download Unity right now.
I mean, I do I still have it? I think I might have removed it.
You have
by
it?
the way, I super upgraded my PC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let's just stick to this whole weekly thing.
No, I mean it's a funny joke, but I don't know. I'd feel better if it was.
No. We actually do it, whatever. But we just say
We actually do it monthly, but we still say it's a weekly podcast.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
It's a funny
it'd
joke.
Be funny. It'd be funny, unlike the whole thing that Riley does on Pixels, where he talks about Fortnite.
Disgusting.
I
I'm
know.
disgusted with
I ironically read Fortnite news.
Yes.
You unironically read Fortnite memes?
I said ironically read
unironically
Fortnite
He
news.
said
Fortnite memes?
unironically.
That's disgusting.
He said unironically read
disgusted.
Fortnite news. By the
You
way,
disgust me. I'm disgusted.
damn.
Wow.
Oh my
So Daniel, I think you have a game idea for us.
Oh god. What?
It's your turn.
What
This
is it?
It's Daniel's turn.
Oh boy. Alright.
Ahaha.
So, I have come up with a wonderful game. This one is probably the most thoroughly thought up one. I even had my girlfriend
had 8 months
draw
to
the main
prepare.
character, draw some
The thoroughly
concept
thought
art
up,
for the main
the
character.
most thoroughly thought up
Okay,
one
hold on, real
besides the
quickly.
one other one that you've done.
Daniel, I'm glad you said that because I was about to suggest if we could make concept art and show it.
Yeah,
I don't fucking
I have
draw.
some stuff.
Don't
I can
fuck you.
upload it later.
Okay, cool.
But okay, you guys. I hope you guys like this game. Do you want to hear the title now or at the end? I think that was customary doing it at the end, if I remember right.
No, the
No,
title.
we just
I
sort
think
of
it was
did it whenever
customary to
somebody
say it
asked.
first.
We did it
Okay.
whenever somebody asked. Hold on, say the genre first.
Okay,
We always do
fighting
that.
game.
It's a fighting game?
Fighting game with platforming elements, similar to Smash Bros, but with no pitfalls or edges.
Okay.
So more similar to Street Fighter then.
But there's platforming elements. There's no platforming elements in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to feel good on the ground the way that Smash Bros does, and it's going to handle a bit like Smash Bros. But it's going to have more complex combat with multiple weapons the way that other fighting games do.
Didn't Min Min just come out?
Didn't what?
Min Min?
Min Min for Smash, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
I should probably get the fighter pack.
Yeah, I don't know if I got Fighters Pass 2 yet or not. I haven't played in a long time. I've been working a lot. I actually got a promotion, so my life has been very busy.
That's why
I've
we recorded
actually
since October 2019, because Daniel just didn't have days off anymore for the longest time.
I'm actually working on a Smash video right now. I mean, I just finished the script, but
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
But
Jason.
anyway,
Jason became a big fancy review channel now.
Oh yeah, that's a long ago. Holy shit.
yeah, I've even changed my whole online persona again.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's this Awe. So the game is about entry level workers. Every single one of the fighters in the game is somebody who does an entry level job. Most of them are different roles in food service. But there's stuff like stockman. There's a pizza cook, which is my favorite. That's the one I think is going to be the main character, kind of like how Philia is for Skullgirls.
Okay.
hmm
So the pizza girl has everyone has 3 weapons. Everyone has a full unarmed pose where they have like a full move set with no weapon. They have a fast weapon, and then they have a large slow weapon.
Like Brawlhalla?
I guess I haven't played Brawlhalla very much.
No, that game's weird.
But
Played it
it's
a couple times.
I was thinking more similar to like the 2 styles and 1 weapon from Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. I was kind of taking my inspiration.
Ah.
Yeah. I think they use it in other Mortal Kombat games, but that was kind of the
Wait,
last
what was that
Mortal
game
Kombat
for?
game
What system was that game for?
original Xbox. I'm ancient. Sorry.
Was it on PS2?
I don't know. I wasn't a
'Cause I
PlayStation.
feel like I remember having a Mortal Kombat game that worked in that way.
Yeah.
on my
Well,
PS2.
there were a few that did it after that. I don't know if they do it still anymore. I don't think so. I don't see the styles at the bottom of the screen like I used to. So, but then again, I really fell out of touch with Mortal Kombat after that.
Huh.
Yeah.
I was only a kid back then, and it's not my style. I was more into Street Fighter. But
I've always been a
anyway,
Smash boy.
so for the pizza girl, for example, she fights unarmed, of course, but she also has a medium weapon, which is a pizza cutter. It's pretty big. It's like cartoonishly big. It's like the size of her head, but it's her medium weapon. She has some cool moves with it. One of the great things about it is with the way it would be animated, I would want to be in charge of the way moves are done. The choreography of how moves are done, because I'm familiar with HEMA, historical European martial arts, with several different weapons.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, like, pizza cutter the size of her head. Like, what's the art style? Is it, like, realistic, chibi, like...
Think roughly like when classic Mega Man jumped to 3D. Roughly kind of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna upload the concept art.
So it's gonna look like Mega Man 11 then, art style wise.
Kinda, but not so like directly ripped off from it. That's just sort of a general like kind of closest thing I can think of to what Rachel drew.
Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna have a combo system. It's going to have an active blocking system instead of a passive one. So you can't hold block. You can only tap it.
Oh God.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
And you have to have decent timing too.
Actually, you know what? That's good, because it'll teach me to be better in Smash and
This
probably Dark
sounds-
Souls.
Yep,
Sounds too much like Kingdom Hearts.
and you can only do it so many times in a row too.
Yeah.
And the timing gets worse the closer the opponent gets.
I see.
Yes, and the worst of all, there is end lag to your blocks.
Oh
Ew.
no.
Yes. This is going to be a thinking man's fighting game. So it's going to be about like a lot of it is going to be hot swapping between weapons. a lot of cross-ups, jumping. There's going to be platforming elements, so you could be in a good position on a high platform with your large weapon, or somebody with their medium weapon halfway across the map may have a projectile. You'll have to parry it or jump over it.
Wait, it's too complicated for my brain.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very like back and forth fighting game. One of my favorite things about the pizza cutter girl is the pizza cutter she has. She has a projectile move for it, where she holds it up for a moment behind her. It turns green and like glows, and energy comes out of it. And she swipes it forward, and then a blade made out of energy, exactly the size of a pizza cutter, flies forward at the opponent.
Yeah.
What if? Hold on. Are there like victory phrases for each like round one?
Duh.
So will the
I like
pizza
that.
girl say nobody can out pizza the Hut?
If it would probably be more like a one of the phrases you
This
can
game
choose.
is sponsored by Pizza Hut.
They did that in Street Fighter 4. I don't see why we couldn't do it. Have interchangeable ones where when you're
They're
playing
all just
online
like the
against
pizza
other
company
people,
slogans.
you can like. For legal reasons, we can't do that, but it will be references to pizza companies and shit. Yeah.
Will
Duh,
you try? Will
obviously.
you try making fun of a certain pizza business
This
without mentioning
victory
its
is
name?
hot and ready.
So here's another one. There's a short order cook. One of his victory phrases would be, "You'll need 4 more guys to beat me."
Oh shit! I died.
But so short order cook sorry, we'll go back to the pizza girl. So pizza girl will have her pizza cutter, which is going to be a bit fast. It's going to be slower than hand to hand, but it's going to do more damage and have more range than her regular fists, and it's going to have a projectile attack too for her. And then her large weapon is. Have you ever been to one of those real stone oven pizzerias?
Yeah.
Have you seen them take out the pizza from the oven with the giant spatula, the giant wooden spatula?
Oh yeah.
One of those fucking things.
Okay.
Imagine one of those going upside your head.
What are the names of those?
Oof.
I'm pretty sure it's just a
Giant
pizza spatula.
Spatulas. Oh, hold on.
I think it's just called a
For
pizza spatula.
Pizza. Yeah, it's called a
Yeah.
pizza spatula.
I thought so. It's a full-sized one, so it's got like a 4 foot long what's it called? 4 foot long staff on it.
You're gonna Tom and Jerry everybody's little. Fucking...
It's like an oar.
Oh,
It's basically a fucking oar.
You whack them with their head turns square shaped like it's Tom and Jerry.
There. I posted something in chat and just talking. Is that where we want to post shit?
Recording group 1. But yeah, okay.
One. Here.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are freaking.
Yeah, that, but with like a really long staff is her large weapon.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to beat the shit out of somebody with that. That sounds fun.
Bro,
Exactly.
they straight up gonna get a concussion from one hit.
Her light moves will be done using the butt end, like she actually knows how to use a spear-headed weapon or something, or a heavy-ended weapon or something.
A battle axe.
Yeah. So I compare her using that to using a Warhammer. So it's going to have one of my favorite movesets, which is based on the way I use a Warhammer when I do HEMA.
Ah.
Do you do HEMA?
Yeah, I do historical European martial arts.
That's pretty cool.
I feel like every time you say the word HEMA, you follow it up by historical European martial arts.
I mean, yeah, everyone always
that's what
forgets what it means.
It stands for hot energy. Mother Anonymous.
Oh, very well done, Riley. Well done.
What the fuck? So I see they legalized weed in Florida, apparently. Then, right?
I think they did. I hope.
Sure,
so.
they have it.
I'm pretty sure they did.
No,
It
they
would-
didn't.
I mean, you're just sort of encouraging all the crackheads' behavior.
So Pizza Girl, a lot of her moves with the spatula are going to be done with the knob on the opposite end of the actual spatula tip. So she'll like do some quick jabs with that to set up into her into smacking them with the heavy end,
So
which is
combo.
kind of how you
Is her
actually
special
use
move
the Warhammer.
spanking you with the spatula?
I don't know, it might be a spanking in the booty if you're at the right physical level when you hit them. If they're on a platform and they're in the middle of a jump or something, I guess.
Cue the Pornhub intro. That's not.
I know that's not the Pornhub intro. But...
You've been a bad boy, janitor.
Somebody needs this.
Yeah, that's
Thank
one
you.
of them. One of them's a janitor. Yep.
Oh,
His
do they?
large weapon is the mop. There's a big old wet mop.
And not what I was thinking. Like, what if it was like an industrial-sized vacuum? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know, like a shop vac.
Yeah, like a shop.
That might be a special. That might be a special or something. But I was thinking each weapon they hold would have different specials.
Uh-huh.
So and each one would have like one. Everyone would have one that they one special they do with no weapons. One they do with their medium weapon, and one they do with the large weapon. So for Pizza Girl, for example, I was thinking for her large weapon, her special would be a spinning move where she holds it out in front of her and does a vertical spin and zooms across the map at you and hits you. And if she hits you, she drags you along and hits you multiple times.
Ooh. Whoa!
Ooh.
What?
And there's going to be platforms, of course. Everyone's going to be the same height in this game, or like for their model at least.
What's that canonical height?
For their model, I mean.
Yeah, but like what?
Their hit model.
Yeah, but like still, how tall?
Everyone's hit model will get struck at 6 foot, but not every character is going to be 6 feet tall.
Oh, we're gonna have a short king.
So, for example, Pizza Girl's like 5'5", but she has a pizza hat on.
She's got a pizza hat on that's 5 inches tall.
It's part of her. It's yeah, it's a cook's hat. With a big old top of it.
Okay.
It'll be great. She's cute. She's a redhead. She's feisty. She has a lot of kicks in her combos. She's awesome. Be awesome. Be great. Let's see here.
Are you sure this game isn't just an analogy for your taste in women?
A little bit. It's kind of my Skullgirls.
Okay.
There are about 3 characters out of like 18 that are like that. So.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll admit it directly here now, early on. But I mean, I think I have decent taste, so.
Breaking news: Aoi reveals that he is indeed a straight man.
Whoa.
So anyway, we're doing a short order cook, janitor. Oh, one of my favorites is going to be a salesman with a clipboard. I have a friend who's in the military. He and I are slowly working together to develop a clipboard-based martial art, and it's going to be it's going to have a few of its aspects in this.
All right. Is one of his weapons gonna be like a paper cutter, like the blade on a paper cutter?
So as a salesman, one of his small weapon is going to be a clipboard. His large weapon is going to have almost the exact same move set, but be like 3 times slower, and it's going to be one of those. What are they called? Wait, let me think of it. Wacky waving inflatable
on,
arm
I'm
flailing
listening.
tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm filling tube man. There you go.
Okay.
He's going to be holding it by the engine, and he's going to smack you with it.
I see. Is it gonna act like a whip?
It's going to move the same way he moves the clipboard, but it's going to move in like an undulating, arcing fashion. That's going to be really good at zoning, but it's going to leave him super open if you block it. Because he's caught in the animation for the entire time that it's wackily waving around.
Wackily waving around.
Exactly. So he's gonna be like framed as a used car salesman or something.
That's cool.
One of my favorite parts about him is his clipboard's special move is like a boomerang attack, where he spins the clipboard and throws it out in front of him. It goes in a low arc, comes up, and then comes back at a high arc. So to dodge it, you actually have to jump over it towards it, and then duck under it as it comes back towards you.
Okay.
This game sounds like it has a whole lot of strategy, and I'm very.
Have you already made a tier list for all your characters?
No, there's not a tier list this early on. No. You don't have a tier list until testing phase. However, I will say I want the middle of B. The middle of B tier. I want that to be the redhead girl, or like maybe like the middle of A tier.
Okay.
Okay, where's the redhead girl's job?
I got a question.
The redhead girl is the pizza girl.
Oh, okay.
Pizza time.
Yeah.
More
questions?
Okay, so will there be things like teching and wave dashing?
Wait, what?
Will there be stuff like teching and wave dashing in this game?
Yes, you can tech out of falls.
Okay.
There's not going to be stuff like wave dashing specifically. So far, I haven't thought of what other mechanics I want to add in yet, and I think I want to focus more on the block mechanic more than the dodge mechanic.
I see.
I was playing a lot of Sekiro recently in my free time. So,
Sekiro is more about like parrying, I think.
Yeah, well, deflecting, parrying, blocking.
What are some other characters in this game?
Wait, actually,
some more unique, cool weapons and shit.
Hold on.
What?
First off, Daniel, what console's an ESRB rating?
It's gonna be probably teen or mature, maybe, depending on what the lewdness.
Are the characters gonna fuck?
Nobody's gonna fuck. It's not gonna be AO.
It's not gonna be The Last of Us 2.
But characters are going to be sexy.
Okay.
Characters are going to be attractive.
So both male and female characters? Because I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Is it just female characters who are going to be sexualized?
No, there will be male characters that'll be sexualized. It's being animated by my girlfriend, who likes drawing everything sexy. She does not like ugly things for the most part. Maybe for comedic.
Wait until you've seen a portrait of Riley I have drawn.
I mean, I've seen a picture of Riley, so...
I know. I mean, it's definitely a lot more pretty than he is.
Wow.
You're fucking toasted, bro.
Get toasted. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, yeah.
Daniel, tell us about some more characters in your game.
Check the chat. It's right.
Oh, you drew the spatula. Or
what? Hold on.
Hold on, look at this picture of a monkey I drew.
That's racist.
It's
It's racist.
Okay. How?
It's racist. Look at it.
It's a monkey.
Sure.
People are gonna hear this audio out of context and think
Racist.
you posted a person of color.
Okay, hold on. I'm in control of editing Ghost,
Is
so
your
I can
problem?
just
Why'd you do this?
what
Oh
draw
yeah,
a
you
monkey?
do edit
Why
Ghost,
would
so
you have
you can
done
cut it out.
this?
Because Le Monk.
Le Monk?
Le Monk.
Uh-oh.
Are you referring to the monkey face?
The stinky monkey.
No.
That's Le Monk.
No.
Look up Le Monk and that's what you get.
No.
Yes.
Hey, remember the concept of this podcast that we're doing?
No.
Shut up, Riley. We're talking about important things.
No.
Alright, fine. Riddle me this, Mr. Daniel.
No.
Calm
Okay.
down, buddy.
No.
My cat just fucking jumped.
Yes.
Yes?
It's deer season.
Rabbit season.
Sorry,
Season.
not deer, duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit
season.
season.
Duck season.
Rabbit season.
Listen, you guys are on the wrong side here. You know what's going to happen.
For the
Season.
next
Come on,
hour,
guys.
we are going to just. For the next hour, we are just going to continue saying duck
You
season,
know
rabbit
the
season.
one who always gets shot is Daffy.
So?
So you got to get on my side. It's duck season.
No, it's rabbit season.
It's duck season.
I'm a masochist. I want to be.
Oh my god. Okay, so let's see here. Another character.
Will there be an office worker?
Yes. Part of the group will be a basic bitch like entry level security officer, like one that just does a door.
His weapon being
Sits at a
flashlight.
desk by a door. So that's one of the office workers. We have other ones like a call center employee.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, wait. Hold on. Will there be a character whose profession is YouTube?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
And well,
that's
and-
one. And it's called influencer.
yeah. Okay, and hold on. Will and every time he gets into a fight, will any of the other characters be like, get a real job?
Not in this game.
Okay.
Whoa! Sequel hints.
Damn.
Whoa! It's not like we do that in almost every
Did I-
single episode.
Did I tell you the name of the game yet? Have you guys asked yet?
No. What's the name of the game?
What's the name of the
Daniel?
game? I asked at the very beginning and you never told me.
I didn't hear you ask it. Okay, so the name of the game is Entry Level.
Whoa! I have to make
That's pretty
something
good.
based off of that.
So the next game is going to be called Management. The game
Okay.
after that could probably be called something called like Middle Management or something. And then the last game in the series would probably be called Executive or something.
Not CEO.
No, not CEO, because not every one in an executive position in a company is a CEO.
Oh, I see.
You could be a president of a company. You could be a member of the chairman of a board, etc., etc. And then in each game, whoever's at the top of each like entry level position will, or whoever's every character will have like a boss that they have to fight. That's going to be like a black silhouette in this game at the end of their campaign mode after they've fought everybody. They have to fight a character who's going to have like a super basic moveset. They're going to be huge, powerful, and have a shit ton of health. You're going to have to be really smart at using the platforms to not get hurt by them. But they're going to have like a basic move set of whatever move set the relevant character will have for the same job that manages one of each of the entry level positions in the next game.
Ah.
So a lot of a few of the food characters are going to, for example, have the exact same boss, and then fewer characters will be added. And then after you beat all the campaigns for the characters that come with the newer version of the game, like the sequels, you get access to the full roster. So it could end up being very competitive.
Yeah, are there going to be optional unlockable characters?
I was considering that. I hadn't really thought to that point yet. I was more worried about mechanics and stuff like that before I got that.
Also, please do elaborate on the story mode, because I am interested to hear about this.
Yeah, every character is going to have their own basic story where it starts with them getting the job, and their tutorial is them learning how to fight.
As a pizza worker.
Yeah, and they have to basically you have to fight a clone of yourself, and it shows you to do the move, gives you the button for the command, shows you how to do it, and you're walking through a level and you're jumping and you're following them like it's a platformer. So there's actually like proper platforming elements in the story mode, and similar to how you've played the story modes in Smash Bros, right?
Well, there's only
literally any of them.
There's not many story modes, so of course
there's at least 1 in 3 of each of the games. Well, okay, so it's the same general gist for each of them. You go through some arbitrary level with some arbitrary characters that's level designed in some way, and then you have to fight maybe some minor enemies along the way, and then you get into a proper fight with some enemy characters in that story mode. They did this same thing in basically in Melee. They did a version of that in Brawl. They did a version of that in
Brawl had the best story mode?
No comment.
Fight me on that.
Probably, though. If it didn't have slipping, yeah, probably. But anyway, I digress. This isn't about Smash Bros. Anyway, so the story mode, so for example, for your tutorial, you're going to start outside of the store, you're going to follow the character in. They're going to show you how to do the attacks, like on the registers or on the food.
Oh.
So, like, one of the moves for the pizza girl is a move where she takes the spatula, she jabs it forward, and then she does like a lift with it, a real sharp lift with it. And I was thinking in the tutorial, when you do it towards an oven. You do the move towards an oven, and a pizza comes out, and she flings it up, and it lands on the counter over yonder.
That's cool.
Yeah, stuff like that to teach you the moves in the beginning, because it's going to have some unique controls. It's going to be one of those games that's going to be tough to play on anything but like a Switch Pro controller, an Xbox controller, PS4 controller. It'd probably be tough to do even.
Could you play on mouse and keyboard?
It'd be a struggle because it's a platformer. Platformers usually don't translate well to mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, but like, could you just like for the challenge
if you wanted to struggle with it? Yeah, I would want to make it compatible with any input device possible.
Yo, DK bongos?
If you wanted, if you could make the machine set up that way, like if you go through the
Can I play it with the Wii crossbow?
Work that way, it'll fucking work. Okay.
Can I play with the DDR dance match?
You have to do the setup. Because it'll work with mouse and keyboards. It'll work with anything you have a.
Somebody has played Melee pretty well with a DDR dance mat.
Can I play with the Pokeball Plus?
No, you can't. Not that one.
Damn.
You can play with any controller but that one, Riley.
Except the Pokeball Plus.
You know what? You know what Riley gets to play with? Riley gets to play with the Steam controller.
Oh god!
It's so that the touch pads are the only actual working buttons.
Oh no!
Fuck me. That sounds horrible.
No, hold on. You can remap any button on Steam.
No, I'm forcing it to be that specific way.
Okay.
It has to be like you tap down on the right stick and it's A. You hit right, it's B,
Yeah.
left, it's X, up, it's Y. And that's all you get on the right side. You don't get to use the buttons. I turned them off. And it's stuck that way. That's what you get to use, Riley.
Damn.
Forever.
I mean, probably about as functional as the Pokeball plush would be.
Oh my gosh, you and Pokemon.
But let's see here. What else?
Pokemon go to the polls.
So there will be the... Oh, it's going to have somewhat realistic physics. So jumps aren't going to be ridiculously high unless you're doing... the platforming sections are going to have wall mechanics, not just like a straight up jump.
Oh.
If you understand what I mean there. So like if you're 6 feet tall and the platform is at like 10 feet tall and your character can't jump up and automatically latch onto it, it'll have a wall next to it that you'll have to jump off of to get to that platform. So levels are going to have like some actual like decent platform mechanics. Because I think that's one of the things that's honestly like really missing from fighting games is decent movement mechanics.
Yeah.
A lot of fighting games, like if you took away the enemy character in a fighting game, the game plays like shit.
Yeah.
It honestly just plays like shit.
All right.
Yeah, you ever have I had this happen to me a few times when I was a kid because I had a Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo. And we had a controller that was broken.
Yeah.
Where the cord was like bit into by the dog or something, and it had electrical tape around it for some reason. And we would be playing the game, and I at one point was in the middle of the bonus stage, and I accidentally like yanked the cable or something, trying to get it to do better because I thought that's how it worked when I was like 5. And the timer froze, but the game kept running. So I was able to like keep beating up the car, and the timer kept going, and the match didn't end. Like the mini game didn't end, and I just got to be there and just walk around as the character and jump around and do the fighting moves. And I'm like, wow, this character is really clunky, really slow, and not very fun to play. Just like on their own like this, just like on the ground.
Yeah.
I know they're probably calculating in stuff like the speed of someone charging at you to make it like balanced from both directions so both people can sort of see in time. But I don't know. I just really prefer a better feeling motion on the ground. And I think that sort of focus really would lend itself well to a fighting game that would try to have mechanics that would be fun to go along with it. And so this is going to have a proper health system. It's going to have like a basic version of like how Smash Bros. You get knocked back further.
Mm-hmm.
It will have that, but only after all hits of a combo have landed.
I see.
So like your percentage will be based off of like 100%, kind of like the opposite of, or your health will be out of 100 basically in this game. And when you lose a point, think of that as having 1% in Smash Bros. When you lose 1 point of health. So when you're near death, the end of a combo will like, or when you're like 10% and you get hit by a single attack that has no combo follow-ups, your character gets stunned and then goes flying a bit. That's the way that getting damaged works in this game. You get stunned and then you get pushed back a second later when somebody successfully...
Will that leave room for SDI?
There is going to be some SDI, but probably what's going to be a bigger focus is the blocking and the deflecting, because one of the cool things about deflects is they cancel you out of your stun after like the first half of it. so you can block cancel out of combos.
I see.
That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
I got a
Can't
question.
attack cancel out of combos, but you can block cancel out of them.
So I got a question.
Mhm.
So like level design wise,
Yeah.
like in story mode, is it going to be sort of like a side scroller or
It's gonna have basic. It's gonna almost Metroidvania ish.
Oh,
Think Metroidvania ish.
interesting.
Not with
Oh.
the full open world like that is, and maybe not quite as complex as those are. But the playing through the story mode will teach you everything you need to know about how to play the character, all of the little ins and outs of the little design details of their character. If one of their moves has a special property, so for example, I'm not saying that this is one of her moves, but let's just say a character with a pole arm, like the pizza girl with her spatula. Let's say she's in the air and she does down attack while in the air, and she hits an opponent on the head. Maybe there could be a little jump feature to that to let you hit multiple
Zelda
times.
2?
And they teach you that in the level design of the campaign for her.
Sort of like Zelda 2.
I guess if you want
Oh,
to.
sorry.
Parrot-
Link's dare. I forgot his dare is also his dare in Smash.
I was thinking more along the lines of DuckTales. Ooh. Good luck, Tails. Ooh. Sorry, I don't want to get too loud. I'm living in an apartment now.
Oh,
Though I am starting to put up some soundproof foam in here. It makes the acoustics really nice.
wish I could get soundproof foam.
Yeah, it's like $30 for 12 1-foot squares on Amazon.
I don't
Get a
think
job.
6-foot squares would help.
12-inch squares.
Oh, 12-inch? Okay.
Yeah, they're 12-inch squares. I get 6 for $15. It's a decent deal. I'm slowly buying them over time. So right now I have 12 up. I've spent $30 on it. I'm gonna get another 6 here soon. Maybe another 12. It already covers a decent portion of my wall. And I looked at a tutorial of how to tell where to put them. So I have this cool diamond pattern back there that's actually doing a really good job.
Cool.
Yeah. It's intermittently interrupting the vibrations. Apparently, is what you want to aim for, according to the tutorial I watched for how to place it. But it's a super cheap way to decorate too. Like that wall looks great. It was $30. The whole wall looks awesome. The opposite wall looks like a quarter as good with 2 shelves I put up which have decorations on them. It looks yeah, like a quarter as good, and that was like $50 worth of stuff, not including the decorations to get that set up. So, I don't know. I kind of like the foam is not just for soundproofing but for also like some decoration. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
I could imagine down the road doing some like pixel art with it or something. Put a little
Oh.
Mega Man on the wall or something. That'd be rad as shit.
That would be fucking dope.
Okay, so anyway, back to the game. So each character's campaign will have like special level design to teach you how to use the character, teach you all the little tiny aspects of the different moves they have, teach you some cool mechanics about them, and give you some little lore about the character. It'll have little relevant insights or relatable insights for people who have actually worked that job.
It'll like actually tell you advice for the actual job.
Yeah, or it'll have like little in jokes that only people who've worked that job would really get. So like only people in a call center will only there are certain jokes people only in call centers get. Thank you for understanding. I apologize for the
Understandable. Have a good day.
sir. I understand. However, our terms of service, which you clicked check yes on, we need to checking out. One of the calls there's two employees that sit in a desk or that use desk related stuff. One of them is
Fucking
a call
office
center employee who's an overweight guy who sits at a desk and scoots around in his rolly chair at you.
That sounds awesome.
That's his unarmed mode. When he's armed, he scoots around in the rolly chair and swings around the cord for his headset at you.
I see.
And then at his strong weapon, he stands up and starts beating you with his chair.
He pulls like a full,
Actually, move fast in
Damn.
mode.
pulls up a full like Persona 4 on you.
But one of the cool parts about this character that I thought of. So a lot of the moves with the headset wire, of course, I think this just makes sense, are going to be grapples.
Oh, that's awesome.
And when he's in any mode, while he's in his chair, any momentum he receives is preserved until counteracted. So if you hit him and he decides to just block and then not tap the button in any direction to move, like he doesn't tap away or back towards you after you hit him and he blocked, he's gonna start flying backwards. So you just wasted your whole combo and all he had to do was block or something like that. If he attacks you with the chair and you back away from him really quickly, he can like charge at you with the chair, and then in the middle of his charge, switch to the unarmed mode, and then he's on his wheels, and he's still going the same speed as if he had the chair in his hands, and then he's able to just hit you really quickly and pound you down because he's in unarmed mode, which is fast. So these are the types of mechanics that I'm wanting to work into this.
And they all sound really cool and creative. This sounds like a game I'd want to play.
That sounded sarcastic.
Oh, it's not sarcastic.
It just sounded
It's
businessy.
not.
Okay, so like, will this okay? So you brought up Skullgirls before.
Yeah.
Will this game sort of be like Skullgirls, as in like everything looks animated?
Everything will be animated, yes. Everything's going to be hand drawn by Rachel. We already kind of decided on that.
Cool.
There will not be character swapping. I don't think it'll be a good combo with the semi-platforming design. I just don't think that it would be that. I don't think it would lend itself well to the gameplay and level design for this particular one. I think that the game's mechanics would be focused more so on the execution of your ability to execute the moves that put your attacks in the right spot and defend yourself in the way that works best with you. There will be some characters who have extended blocks as special moves for weapons, for example. However, those moves will all have limited usage within a certain period of time. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you about one of the most important things.
Oh.
There's a stamina mechanic in this fighting game.
Oh.
Yeah, you can only block so much. You're and the more damage you've taken, the slower your stamina goes down. Kind of like Sekiro in that manner.
Oh, will Sekiro also have something like attacking cost stamina?
No, there's no attacking costing stamina in this.
Alright,
Yeah, you can freely lay the beat down. It's taking a beat down and trying to calculate against it that takes stamina in this, and stamina rapidly comes back when you are attacking. However, this is going to be a game that's going to very heavily discourage single attack spamming. Using the same move multiple times in a row that isn't like designed for it, like I don't know, the light attack of your light weapon or something. Spamming any move other than those is gonna have like extra lag time between the move. Any move that has a high startup time is going to have a high lag time, obviously. So
It sounds like a game I would be horrible at.
it would just be a game that takes a lot of patience to get used to, and I think the story mode would be really crucial to putting that across to people. And it's not going to be like it's not going to have any depth, like it's not going to be like a beat 'em up or anything. It's going to be like proper 2D for the mechanics purposes. So it's not going to be like I don't know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Turtles in Time, yeah.
It's not going to be like that, though. The platforming mechanics might be kind of similar.
Were there platforming mechanics in Turtles in Time?
Yeah,
dude.
I must have not gotten that far yet.
Yeah, Turtles in Time. Once you've beaten it, there's a lot of platforming mechanics. There is some instant death stuff where like you will immediately lose all your health if you fail to platform right in that game. If I remember right.
Death, as in bullshit.
Yes. Well, in that game, at least you have lives.
Fair point.
Let's see here. What are some other characters? Short Order Cook's a fun one. He has 2 spatulas for his main weapon. That for his light weapon, which I want to consider his main weapon.
Holy shit, he's a dual wielder.
Yeah. Have you ever played Dragon Fable?
No.
It's a browser game. It's probably before your time. Any millennial who's a big nerd will probably know it. It's related to Adventure Quest and Mech Quest and Adventure Quest Worlds and all that.
I've heard of Adventure Quest.
Yeah, well, it's from the same universe. It was gonna originally be like the sequel to Adventure Quest. It's just based around like dragons instead.
That's cool.
Yeah, Dragon Fable is what it's called.
Yeah, but you said what? Shut up, okay?
There's Adventure Quest, then there's
because that hack fraud Akira Toriyama took the Dragon Quest name.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a basic character called the Rogue from that. It's like one of the basic 3 characters you can choose. And the way he's holding his daggers, that's kind of way this character is holding his spatula. He has one held up in his hand and one held down in his hand at the same time.
Oh, he's a twink.
What?
What?
What the fuck?
What?
What the fuck?
Ever got him.
What the fuck?
Who?
My name is.
Oh, you didn't say that. Oh, okay.
What?
Ever.
My name is.
No, that's just. I was gonna say who, then you would say something, and I'd be like, cares? Yeah, no, like who cares?
Bicka Slim Shady.
Yeah, I know.
Are you done?
Riley, why would you go on that whole little tangent? Oh my gosh. Continue talking.
Oh yeah, that was my fault, even though I was muted the whole time.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so what else? Other moves. So the Short Order Cook. His spatulas are always hot and fresh off the grill.
Oh man.
So they inflict fire damage?
I wasn't thinking fire damage. I was more thinking they do contact damage. So like if you
Oh.
jump at him and if you're unarmed and you attack him and he blocks while he has those weapons out, they cause damage to you.
Okay. That sounds really broken.
I want blocking to be equally as powerful as attacking in this game.
There was some game made by the same people who made Skullgirls. They're like it's more about blocking than attacking, something like that.
I'm not familiar.
Can't remember their name.
Block
Okay.
girl.
Will there
But-
be somebody? Will there be somebody who's in between jobs as a character?
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, the unemployed
Yeah, the homeless
job hunter.
job hunter. His weapon is an application.
He has a really nice suit on, and it has a stain on the shirt.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like the person you fight against when you fight your boss as the call center employee. Except he looks very disheveled and tired and upset.
Yeah.
So what else is there? I'm trying to remember. So there's the pizza cook, short order cook. There was the call center employee. Oh, you guys want to hear more about the janitor?
Sure.
Yeah.
So janitor's heavy weapon is going to be a big old wet mop.
Ooh.
It's going to increase your momentum for a few seconds every time it hits you with the tip.
Just
Just
the
like
tip.
artificially increases it for a few seconds while you're wet. You start slipping around.
There's a joke I want to make, but I don't know if I want to say it because it might not be good.
You can do it. You can do it.
With the mop, can you pull a 13 Reasons Why and shove it up somebody's ass?
Yeah, I mean, again, if you position it's a fighting game, so you can position anything right. I mean,
Incite that kid to fucking shoot up his
I mean,
school dance.
you've seen the power of Smash screenshots online,
That's true.
so I'm sure that anything could be done with this. Let's see here. Yeah, so a lot of his attacks are going to be swinging around the mop head, and some of them are going to be him pulling the mop head close to his shoulder and doing low strikes with the free handle at the bottom, with his other hand. So jab 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 at the legs or at the hips and stuff, and then just all of a sudden, boom, mop to the top of the head. And your character now has a momentum increase. And then he switches to his other weapon, which is a spray bottle.
Ooh.
And as you fly towards him, he starts shooting you with his spray bottle, which has some other effect.
Does it do poison damage?
Yeah, I was thinking poison damage or some sort of damage over time, or maybe some sort of debuff. Like a blind or something. You can't use any projectile moves. Or I know. You can't switch styles. After you take damage and you can't switch styles after getting hit by it. Weapon slips out of your hand and you're forced into unarmed mode. Boom. There we go. That's what they do. You're forced into unarmed mode for a few seconds
Oh.
after getting hit by them. That's
Tetris
great.
99 is getting a Xenoblade Cup. Sorry,
Let's
I got
see.
distracted.
And some other stuff. Oh, there's some that are inspired by Walmart employees. There are two of them. So there's the generic retail employee who's going to have on a vest, and they're going to have 2 weapons. One of them is going to be a scanning gun,
Okay.
and the other one is going to be a shopping cart. They have a
hold on.
charge mode where they it's a special move with the chart. It's a charge mode with the shopping cart where they do their heavy attack with it, which is kind of like shoving it forward, and then they jump at the tail end of it, and they'll jump into the cart, and it'll still be like flying forward, and they'll get to ride it. And that'll be taught during the the campaign tutorial.
Okay,
The,
I got a question about the shopping cart.
Yeah.
Okay, so will it be like a fat shopping cart or a small shopping
It will
cart?
not be a cuck cart, no.
A what?
It will not be a cuck cart, no.
Cuck cart.
Okay, but hold on. Like the cuck cart, I'm assuming is the small one you're talking about.
That's what they got called in that green text.
Okay. So but like those that are faster but have worse handling, meanwhile it's the opposite with a fat shopping cart.
Yeah, but you can't fit into a small shopping cart if you're an adult.
You can stand on
It's not the same, and also they're not as iconic. Fight me.
it.
Anyway,
That's not what I'm fighting about.
fight me.
Okay, name a place and time.
Here and now, motherfucker.
Alright.
Let's go.
Alright. Square up.
Oh, wow, I haven't actually seen you before. I don't have a webcam on this PC.
I win.
Turn your webcams off. It fucks with my connection. You know this, Jason.
Oh, my phone is so bad.
Uh-oh, we can't detect any camera. So let's see. What else? Oh, so he has a scanner. Shoots you with it. His vest makes him impervious to projectile attacks from behind.
Huh?
It's a passive ability of his. So you can't shoot him while he's running away.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
There are 2 characters with that ability. And one of them is the biggest character in the game, who I'll get to in a bit. But what was the other? The small one? It was the scanning gun and the shopping cart. That's right. So he can do stuff like start charging the shopping cart at you, and then jump into it and do other attacks while the shopping cart goes. So that if he hits you first, you get stunned, and then the shopping cart hits you.
Shopping heart.
Yeah, the copping heart.
Yep,
You know, down at the Bow Street score.
exactly.
So then there's the other character who works for the same retail conglomerate. This is the Stockman. This dude's like 8 feet tall. His medium weapon is a shopping cart. Or like his yeah, so he has almost all the same moves as the regular associate with the shopping cart when he's in light weapon mode. Except he's able to do the same moves a lot faster and do the same amount of damage.
I see.
But he's also like 8 feet tall, so he's a one of the few characters who's actually like physically larger than the standard for this game. But his large weapon is the reason he's fun. In my opinion, is the reason he's going to be fun. His large weapon is the pallet jack. If you know what a pallet jack is.
I do, I think. Alright, I got a question.
Yeah.
You know what a
Wait,
pallet jack is, right?
A pallet jack? I can't say I do.
Okay. You know what a pallet is, right?
Like a color palette?
No, like a shipping.
No.
I can tell that he hasn't worked a day in his life.
Shut the fuck up for a second. It's a short, flat, usually wooden piece of structure that you put products on. And it usually has slots on the bottom for 2 fork-shaped posts to go into so that a forklift or a pallet jack can lift it up. A pallet jack is a hand version of a forklift, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's much smaller. It can be handled with a single hand, and if you're really strong, you can manhandle them and swing them around.
It's fun to do that.
It is very fun. But that's his main weapon. That's the reason he's fun. That's his big heavy hitter. He can take someone out in like 4 or 5 hits total from that thing if he can get them off without getting blocked or dodged. Some characters are going to have better dodge mechanics, like the short order cook is going to have good dodge mechanics. The janitor, his spray is probably going to let him slip along the ground or some bullshit. Or no, mop attacks on the ground are going to give him the same
It's going to be like Splatoon. It's going to make him go faster if there's water on the floor.
It's going to give him the same momentum boost, but unlike them, he can actually get a grip in it. Except any characters that have the non-slip shoes buff. So any of them that work in food service will be immune to that. The janitors will be immune to that.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So will there be like items in this game? Like,
I was not thinking about there being any items separate from characters. I was thinking in the campaign mode of there being basic start menu items during certain sections to help you get like heal items and shit.
Like Mario?
But I wasn't thinking anything like active weapons, like grabbing the laser sword in Smash Bros. Or anything like that.
What about like Final Smashes? Are there stuff like that?
So for finishers, I was thinking about that. I was considering a few different options for it. One of them was every character has like a special attack that if you do that one specific move to beat somebody, you get a special ending animation. I was thinking that might be an option. Or I was thinking about there being some sort of super move you could do that is like a way more hyped up version of whatever that job does. So like maybe fucking, I don't know, throwing them into a pizza oven or something with the spatula.
Holy shit, that sounds brutal.
Fucking deadly.
Fucking cook it up. Hot and ready.
Nobody can out Pizza the Hut, motherfucker.
Yep.
20 minutes or it's free.
Oh my god, I'll give them all fatalities. Stockman just fucking pulls out a box cutter and just brutally decapitates you.
Holy shit, that sounds epic.
The rest of the game, no gore whatsoever, except the fatality.
Just the box cut.
It's just adorable. But there will be fatalities. No
It's
fatalities.
Fighting games.
Probably just, you know what? Oh, I know. You know what the super moves should be for this game? They should be like buff modes, super buff modes.
Oh.
Like how some characters' super moves are in fighting games. Like it just makes them like twice as fast and hit harder or whatever.
Like Shulk's Monado arts?
I guess, yeah. Yeah, basically. Or like transformation final smashes.
Landmaster.
Or if it is an individual move, it's like an instant targeted move, and all you have to do is aim it right, and then your character flies there and fucks them up, kind of like Link's Final Smash. Or like Honestly, that's the way most fighting game characters' final smashes work, actually. They fly at you in some way, shape, or form, and you get fucked up.
Any Fire Emblem character or Cloud.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should make a mad dash toward you.
Yep. So yeah, I guess there could. I would have to think of a mechanic, a way to implement it. Maybe you get one per fight once you're below 25% or 25 HP, or something like that, or one per round if you're below 25 HP or 20 HP or something. It would have to be tooled, but I'm sure a special or a super move mechanic could certainly be put into the game. It could certainly be worked into the design. It almost feels like a lot of fighting games aren't complete without it. But thing is, I don't know how it would work with the blocking mechanic. It'd probably have to be like super specific rhythms of parry timing, like it is for like the Daigo parry or some shit, you know? Imagine having to pull that off to protect yourself from a move that's supposed to be focused on it. That's the problem, is I don't want the blocking to be overcome by ultra moves. That's my hesitation with it, you know?
Anybody who plays this game like that is going to become a god at any other game.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Constantly like pulling off the Daigo parry.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That would be crazy. But yeah, let's see, there's a Stockman.
Will there be a plumber?
Believe it or not, plumber's not generally an entry level position.
Aw. I don't know how jobs work, so
It's a certification. It's a certification level position. I mean, there is work that is entry level within the plumbing field. It's part of the mechanics. But plumbing, you have to like make sure things are up to code, even, which takes like special certification and a lot of extra shit, basically.
oh, I see.
Yep. I was thinking more stuff like, there's a cute little secretary. Cute little secretary
Ooh.
character. Yeah.
That's objectifying.
Is her super move a blowjob?
Jesus Christ.
Riley.
No, it's actually beating you over the fucking head with a stapler.
Oh shit.
It's like grabbing it off the shelf and going office space on your brains.
Oh shit. That's a fatality.
I'm thinking all the female characters that look small and dainty, I think they're gonna have like the most brutal finishers. I want if there are finishers or ultras or anything like that. Oh, that'd be a really easy and even way to do it. How about this? Once you are below 10 HP, or you have the ability to use your ultra one time, and it is a single move that is unique for you. It dashes towards the opponent in whatever arbitrary direction the move is designed to do, and then if they are below 20 HP, it finishes them. And all they have to do to survive it is successfully do the parry rhythm. Or dodge it, which is probably the better way to go.
Probably the more optimal strat.
Yeah. But also I would probably want to make the ultras somewhat difficult to mechanically pull off. Or have them be very limited in their they're going to be very high in their power because they're basically going to be an instant kill if they land, but probably make it so that there's obvious, easy tells to figure out where the safe areas are. Like, have you ever played a bullet hell?
Yes.
like Toho or man, what was that free one on the Xbox Live Marketplace for the 360? Aegis Wing.
I
Fucking
can't
Aegis.
say that I played those.
Okay, so bullet hells are games where, bullet hells are like top-down shooters where you're like just a ship or a guy or a boat or something, and you're able to move up, down, left, and right, and the screen is filled with bullets, and you have to dodge the bullets. You have to shoot the guys who are shooting the bullets and not get hit yourself.
Has Riley
So,
seriously never heard of Bullet Hell?
Twinbee?
Like what?
Twinbee?
I'm not familiar with Twinbee.
Okay, never mind then.
Have you ever played? I played a game with zombies in it, or I made a game
Have I
with zombies.
played a game with zombies in it?
No, have
Yes.
you played the game? I made a game with zombies in it.
Oh, no.
No, okay.
Riley.
Yes.
Undertale is a bullet hell game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I played that one.
Undertale or Bullet Hells. Okay, so you know how when you're playing, have you beaten it? Have you gotten far enough into it to beat it?
No.
What,
Okay.
Undertale?
Once you've beaten Undertale, there's a certain level in have you ever hit flow while playing a video game?
Hit
Like
flow?
a state of flow? Like a state of, I am doing amazingly, nothing is going wrong, I'm pulling off everything perfectly, I am one with the game right now.
Have you ever won with the game? Yeah. Every once in a while.
Yeah, so in bullet hells, when you when you hit a point of flow, you are seeing the patterns for the larger shapes that they are, not for the individual bullets that they are necessarily. So like if three opponents are on the screen, one in each corner, or one at each of the top corners and one in the center between them, and they're all three doing rings of bullets coming out at them, and your job is to weasel into position to shoot at them and kill them, and you can only shoot straight. And they're shooting rings of bullets out from themselves in all directions. And maybe it's like 20 bullets coming out.
I know why it's called hell. That sounds like hell.
Yeah, so you have like, and they're doing it like once every couple seconds. They're rotating a little bit in between each one, and you have to dodge between all the little gaps in each bullet as it flies at you. That's a bullet hell. And so that's the type of dodging that takes a serious flow level, like what you saw in the famous Daigo parry. That is somebody being in flow. That dude has practiced against the Chun-Li Ultra a bajillion times and knows the parry pattern and was in such an incredible state of mental flow in unison with the game that he was able to pull off the muscle memory from that practice then and there in the fight, and then turn around and win the fight with his own Ultra, which is the best part of that in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or super, I guess it was called in that game. Super moves.
That sounds awesome.
What was a louder moment, the Daigo parry or Wombo combo?
Wombo combo is pretty loud. Daigo is pretty loud. But there's one moment I think is louder. How familiar are you with League of Legends?
Not too.
Okay. So there's something called, I think it was Xpeke? The backdoor. The Kassadin backdoor. In backdoor Xpeke. That's the one. So he had a character who was specially designed to be able to do a short distance jump every like 2 seconds, and that's his ultra move, and it just takes a shit ton of mana from him. So all you have to do for this character is build magic damage and mana. Okay, following so far?
Yeah.
In League, you can teleport back to your base at any time. It's a strategy game. You have the thing in the menu in the corner. longer you are into the game, the longer it takes your character to respawn. So this guy plays this character that can warp around every couple seconds as long as he has enough mana to do it. So when his mana comes back, he can do it, of course. He has a lot of mana regen built. And it's nearing the end of the game, and they're kind of both have had their bases pushed into a little bit. They've had their defenses put down so their base can be directly damaged on both teams. But it looks like the SK Gaming was going to lose because they were getting their base rushed by like 4 guys at once. But this one player, Xpeke, who is playing this one character whose moves are all based on use a move, auto attack. Use a move, auto attack. He started hitting the opponent's base when nobody was there. It's a technique called backdooring. When you know the opponent's base is empty because they're all fighting somewhere else, you are free to attack their base. So he was doing that. It's where the enemy minions come from, so he was able to gain mana back from them by killing them and all sorts of other mechanics that he brought into mind. And he's back there defending himself from one guy now warped back home and started fighting him. Then 2 guys, and 3 guys. And he's just so incredibly precise at all of these dodges that he's doing. Getting between attacks, dodging incoming projectiles. Both of the guys start like pincer move from either side of the base around him, and he warps back to the other side to throw him off. Throwing buffs at him to slow him down, all sorts of stuff as they're coming at him. And he ends up winning the game, and it was a huge moment. And I think that's probably the loudest moment in gaming history. That's when I think of moments in gaming history that are notable. That's the one that comes out to me, at least.
I see.
I think it's
the loudest
up there.
moment in gaming history is when I beat the high road in Crash Bandicoot.
Ha 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 ha.
It's funny. For me, it was when I finally got my Doom 1, like Doom 1 Mission 1, or Doom 1 Episode 1 speedrun under 10 minutes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Feel pretty happy. It's not an amazing speedrun to do it under 10 minutes, but it's a speedrun that makes me happy, because I couldn't beat it at all when I was a kid. Now I can fucking beast through it fast.
I've never even dabbled in actual speedrun strats besides like when I was bored in school and figured out how to emulate Game Boy on my school laptop and was fucking around with Pokemon Yellow speedruns. Didn't get very far.
Honestly, speedruns can be very fulfilling. You know what? I have a recommendation for you. You have a Wii U,
What?
right?
I do have a Wii U.
You have the Wind Waker
HD.
Wind Waker HD.
Bro,
I don't
that
like
game
Zelda,
is
so.
so fun to speedrun.
So is that a yes or a no? Do you have
Doesn't.
Wind Waker
Doesn't have
HD
it.
on your Wii U?
Doesn't have the best Zelda game.
I didn't hear you. Just please stop interrupting him, Jelly.
Bro.
Jelly. No, I do not have Wind Waker. I don't have any Zelda games besides
Damn it.
Ocarina.
Fucking
Damn it.
joking.
Just try out one of the strats for the game to see if you can pull it off. See, if you had Wind Waker HD, I was going to encourage you to fuck around and watch the barrier skip video. I don't know if you've watched that.
I think I've seen the barrier skip in Wind Waker.
Yeah, so I highly recommend trying to pull it off yourself. It's an easy point of the game to get to. It's like a third of the way in. It's relatively easy to pull off because all you have to do is know one trick and have the right positioning, and you do that, and you immediately get launched into a end game area.
Not
That's
just
cool.
any end game area, the end game area.
But anyway, yeah, you get launched into an end game area, and you can technically beat the game from there if you try really, really hard.
If you don't suck, you can win.
Exactly. And if you know the right glitches to do on the way up, because you don't have a lot of items that are really necessary. And you have to do fairy jumping, which is where you die on purpose in a specific position in a specific way. I'm not going to get too specific.
I thought it's called zombie hopping.
That's what it is, zombie hopping. So you have to die off stage. It has a mechanic that lets you jump while you're dead.
You have to like mash B and A like crazy though.
Yeah, it's something like that. And then you have to bash a fairy pot right before that. And then you pray and you hope that that fairy flies into you on the way up, and that you land on the platform properly.
You can also fall on a heart.
Yeah, that works too, but not in that area.
Runners do actually.
But anyway, yeah, if you want a taste of what it feels like to do a speed run, you can do that. Or honestly, what game genre do you think you excel best in? For me, it's puzzles. Even though I'm not.
For me, I don't really excel in anything, but I'd say the one I least shit at is RPGs.
RPGs.
Yeah.
RPGs have weird speedrun strategies.
And I'm starting to slowly get better at 3D platformers.
I've tried speedrunning Xenoblade. That's a good RPG to start with, Riley.
You know, if you're speedrunning platformers, are you talking 2D platformers?
I just said 3D. I don't know if I cut out.
Okay. If you're speedrunning 3D platformers, which ones are you nailing on right now?
I mean, I'm not really nailing on anything. Like I said, I'm shit at everything. I've just been playing.
Yeah, which 3D platformers?
I've been getting better at Crash Bandicoot, and by better I mean less shit.
Well, eventually you'll hit a place of flow with that game, and you'll understand what I'm talking about when you hit that point, and you're just like playing. How far into it are you? Are you like beyond the early game?
In Crash Bandicoot? Yeah. I've beaten Crash 1 on the Insane Trilogy, so...
Oh, okay, play the first level of Crash 1 again. As fast as you can. Look up the speedrun strats for it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you can do stuff like that. You can check out old games like that. There's all sorts of stuff. And honestly, if you just go back and play it now and compare it to the first time you played through it, you'll be like, whoa, I'm a lot faster than I was.
Yeah.
For me, it's puzzle games. Like, my girlfriend was blown away when I bought Catherine on PC when it came out. I played Catherine when I was like in my late teens. I played Catherine a ton. And so I was pretty good at it. So I already knew most of the level design. I already knew all the tricks in the game that could make it more fun or go faster. So she was blown away when I was able to beat the game in like, what, 5 hours in front of her? 4 or 5 hours in front of her?
But I still find it hard to believe that Catherine is coming to Switch.
Yeah.
Pro gamer mode.
That game's so good.
She actually says that's one of the most memorable times she had with me because she said that was a lot of fun. Rachel does. So there was a lot of fun watching me blow through a game that she viewed as incredibly difficult. Because I don't know if you've played Catherine, but it's a puzzle game and it's a toughie.
Man, fuck the fucking ice puzzles.
Get good.
Shut up, okay?
Use your eyes, motherfucker.
Those ice puzzles are fucking baby shit. As far as Daniel's concerned.
That transform into other blocks and move on you and shit. Fuck those ones.
Oh, yeah.
Those were the worst. Also, fuck the red sheep. Fuck those red sheep.
Oh, like the enemies?
Yeah. Anyway. So I want the parry mechanics to be like... I want this to be like two people playing a rhythm game against each other, kind of, just with the controller. I'm sure you could probably pull it off with a DDR pad or something at some point. But
With a Guitar Hero guitar.
so let's see what else. Completion rewards. Upon completion of the game, you
Win $1 million.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Character wins $1 million in game, and they get to move. They get to
That's not.
whatever job they want next. They don't have to work in the entry level position anymore. Yay! No, okay. So here's the ending of every single game or every single campaign. Okay. So every single campaign ends with your boss coming out of shadows, so no longer being a silhouette, shaking your hand and saying, "Congratulations, you just got yourself a promotion."
Oh, that's awesome. That's a good idea.
No freaking way.
And so that's when the next game will come in. And a lot of the characters, some of the characters won't get promotions. Some of them won't. Like
Some of them stay in the first game. They will not.
Stockman's not going to get a promotion. Stockman's going to stay in the first game. He's not going to get a promotion. He's a big dumb
Oh man.
goofball. He'll have a different job or something. He'll have quit his job as a stockman and he'll be doing something else. But yeah,
He'll be a bodybuilder.
bodybuilder. Yeah, possibility.
More like body killer. Ooh.
Be a gym owner or something. But yeah,
That'd be pretty cool.
so there you go. That gives you a 360-degree view of the whole game, basically. You guys have any questions about it? Any? Characters, we have the moveset, we have level design. Oh, the aesthetic and like the visual and audio aesthetic. So I told you the visuals kind of going to be like semi-cartoonish with a little bit of like, it's going to be realistic enough that making the characters sexy isn't going to be weird.
Okay.
So that was my instruction to Rachel when she was coming up with the visual design for the characters, which I will send to you later. If I can find the notebook she drew it in. And let's see here. The audio aesthetic is going to be done by me, because I know my shit when it comes to
What
music.
genre?
A lot of jazz, some blues, some cowboy spaghetti western
Will
shit.
there be any funk?
As if I wouldn't bring the funk.
But
Come- Come on.
levels of...
Will have never seen
Ooh,
before.
that's a bold statement. I know some good funk. Okay. Let's make it a little bit more realistic.
Slightly more attainable, I'm sure.
You don't want to get too ahead of yourself, man.
Marginally more attainable, I'm sure.
Marge Simpson?
Marge Simpsonally attainable.
That sounds like Yoda. I can't do a Marge Simpson impersonation without it just sounding like Yoda.
Homer!
Turned myself into a bean, I have. Bean Yoda.
Mine sounds like a fucking grandma.
Haha.
Oh, how? Or me trying to change Lois Griffin's voice into into Marge's is what mine sounds like. Because I can kind of do Lois Griffin's voice. It's really similar to my Carmela Soprano. Speaking of which, have you guys been watching The Sopranos? Have you tried watching it yet?
No.
Oh, okay. It's been getting a real zenith, a real reemergence recently, and it's a really good show. I actually, I finally watched it with Rachel. I never watched it when I was younger, and it was on Hulu for a while, and so we watched through it, and I thought it was fantastic. Actually, it was a very very well made show. Great acting, great
I've
directing.
heard very good things about it.
Yeah, highly recommended if you want to give it a shot.
I could, but I have like a lot of shows that I need to watch and I never do because I never.
I
Just
think
decide
you
to
should
play
prioritize
Fullmetal
The
Alchemist.
Sopranos very highly, personally, because
Okay.
it is. If you want to know what a sociopath is like,
Jake
you
Paul.
fucking watch The Sopranos. Okay, like it will educate you on how they are, on how they will, even if you know they're a piece of shit, they will convince you to help them in being a piece of shit. And you will be convinced that you weren't helping them because they're a piece of shit. You're helping them because they needed help and they came to you for help. But guess what? All you ended up doing was helping them be a piece of shit.
Be a piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's very artistically well done. And as the rule goes with any and all forms of shows that depict near-death experiences, I'm always a fan of well-executed versions, which there are, I believe, a total of 2 of in this game. One of them brought by disease, one of them brought by an injury.
What injury?
Spoilers.
That sounds like a serious issue.
Yes, it is. It's a medical issue.
What part of their body is hurt?
No, I'm not going to spoil anything in The Sopranos for you. Anyway,
Dick.
The Sopranos is a really amazing show. Highly recommend it. 200%. Any other questions?
Good out
about
of 10.
Okay.
What?
All right. Bada bing. Bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yes.
Not a bitch.
Now watch The Sopranos.
Alright.
All right. Any
Is it-
other questions about my game? Any closing questions?
So this is gonna be available on all like modern platforms, right?
I would want to make it available on
Theoretically.
everything from Switch to 360 to PS4 to PC.
360.
360.
You know what I mean? Xbox One. That's what I meant. No,
Xbox?
actually, fuck that. Just the 360.
Exclusive to the 360.
Make a port for it for the fucking SNES.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. GameCube.
It'll be available on all major platforms if I were to have any say in it. But it would be starting off, if there were a starting budget, it would just be PC, of course.
Are you a PC gamer?
Yes. PC and Nintendo. Actually, I live pretty close to Nintendo, so I would probably go to them next. After PC.
Ah.
Yo, what's up, Nintendo? I got a game for you.
Okay, well, right this way. We'll take you in our office. We'll take a look at it, and we'll see if we're able to fund your game and put it on our game store. Okay, thank you. I'll sit down and wait in your office.
Cool. So what
But the
price?
office is actually Miyamoto's sex dungeon.
No. What the fuck?
So what price would you have your game start at?
It would probably start at 25 or 30.
Ah.
Go down to 20 after about 4 months. And then it would probably stay at 20 for a while.
Riley, what price would you buy this game at?
25 sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I'd also do it at 25.
I figured with the amount of work that's going into it, 25 sounds pretty. I feel like you're getting a lot of content for $25 out of this. And
Yeah.
also a lot of competitive content, which I think would be compelling.
Is this the cheapest game that we have done so far?
No, one of you guys did like a $10 game, didn't you?
Yeah, I
If he
think Kid
goes-
Detective was $10.
I marked it at 40.
Oh,
Maybe Butch the Karate Bulldog.
maybe. That was a good game. Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, where the fuck can our listeners find you on the internet, Jason?
You can find me at my YouTube channel, Gel, lowercase J, capital EL. You can find me at my Twitch, Gel_streams, twitch.tv/Gel_streams. And you can find me at my Twitter, at GelEU, which is just my YouTube name and then 2 E's and O's at the end.
What about
You
you,
can
Daniel?
You can find me on Twitter at AOEUI_D or on Parlor at OEUI. Yep, the
Okay.
at sign OEUI. So you can find me at those places, and I'm probably going to be making a YouTube channel again finally soon. So hopefully that'll get going. I've been wanting to get back into the game for a while, and I finally have a steady source of income out of YouTube, so I might be able to finally do so. So that'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. You can find me on Twitter at Riley Tweets. You can find me.
It's not a good Twitter.
Fuck you. You can find me streaming at twitch.tv/Riley Streams.
Not a good
You
Twitch
can
either.
find my YouTube channel, Riley Brooks, which is in the process of being unprivated, and we'll have my Twitch VODs and other random shit on it in the future. And then there's Big Guy, Little Guy, my duo Let's Play channel with my buddy Andrew. Also on YouTube, obviously.
All right.
And then there's more. I have a lot of things, Daniel. Pixels, Polygons, and Fun, wherever podcasts are found. Jason's on that too sometimes.
All right, thank you all for watching. This has been Ghost of Gaming Future. He's done explaining everything. Don't worry, guys.
Fuck you. Hey. You. Fine, whatever. I'm done. That's it. End the show. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Fuck guy, Jason. That's what you are. You are the fuck guy.